Hi there, and welcome to our module to talk about an essential tool for any founder looking to establish a strong and consistent brand identity. That is the Brand Bible. Building a business is exciting, and it can be very overwhelming to consider what it takes to build your brand, to market your company, to build business foundations, go-to-market strategy, etc. It does require careful thought around how you present your company to the world, and that's where a brand Bible comes in. It's a guide that defines your brand's mission, values, visual identity, and tone of voice. Basically, it's the foundation that ensures your brand is consistent and recognizable no matter how or where it's seen. So why should you use a brand Bible? Every successful brand, from the smallest startup to the largest global corporation, thrives on consistency. Now, with that being said, one of the most common mistakes I see founders make when it comes to building their brand and focusing on marketing is that they spend too much time obsessing over their logo, brand name, and other aesthetic factors in the early stages. Focus your energy on building the foundations of your business, which are your mission, value proposition, doing thorough customer discovery, focusing on your go-to-market strategy, as these elements are far more critical to your business success than getting the name perfect or the logo just right on day one. Trust that as you grow, you'll have the opportunity to rebrand. Later, focus groups, customer feedback, and other fundraising efforts will allow you to gain more valuable insight that can help reshape your brand and company in a way that continues to resonate even more with your audience. So, don't worry if it doesn't feel perfect right away, and don't feel tempted to outsource all of your branding and marketing off the bat. Instead, let's walk through how to use this brand Bible as a foundation for you to get started right now. I'd like for you to open the brand Bible template that I provided, and here's how you can use it. You'll notice there are several different sections, first one being brand name and slogan. So with this, you're going to want to start with the basics, your brand name and slogan. It's going to be a step toward defining how people remember your business, but don't get stuck here. Remember, this can evolve over time. For example, I'll provide you with the slogan and mission that I have for Amenity Yoga. The slogan is, we're building wellness communities. And our mission is to bridge the gap between business and wellness by empowering internal advocates to build thriving wellness communities within their organizations. This has iterated many times over the course of the past 3 years, but this is where we're at today, and this is how we're resonating and continuing to move our brand forward. Next is core pillars outside of the slogan and mission statement. These core pillars should identify your brand's values and their guiding principles behind your business decisions, product offerings, and culture. Next is visual identity. Visual identity is something that I have consistently used since day one of my business. This is something that establishes color palettes, logos, typography, and other visual elements that can be consistent across your brand building. It's okay that these change, but I found it to be really helpful to have a one go-to document with the hex codes of my primary and secondary colors for all of my marketing content. This is not something you need to spend a million hours on. You can even use AI or ChatGPT to help you generate colors that look good together, create this cohesive look, and really just continue to use that moving forward. And I found that the Brand Bible is a really helpful place to keep that all documented. Next, tone of voice. So this is defining how your brand, quote, speaks in all communications, from emails to social media, and it ensures your messaging always feels familiar to your audience. So this can be a really helpful way of helping onboard your, workers to how you want to communicate about the company that they're helping you build. So I actually think that focusing on tone of voice and keywords can be a really helpful way to have those who touch your business communicate about your company in a way that you want. So I mentioned briefly keywords. These are words not only that you might want to leverage for SEO optimization, but also that should appear in, all of your, email, in your social media posts, and just more generally as people are communicating about your brand. So for Amenity Yoga, an example is we use, the words invite, employee well-being, wellness advocates, corporate wellness, connection. And for your brand, think a little bit about what sort of keywords you want to continue to come back to that drive your identity. And also please revisit potentially leveraging these keywords for your SEO optimization as well. Next, you're going to want to outline your social media cadence. This should be everything from, the image styles that you want to include. Depending on if you're B2B versus B2C, I would tailor your attention to this section accordingly. For B2C companies, having a really specific and consistent image that reflects your brand is going to be important from the get-go. For a B2B company, it's less important. So I would say tailor your time and attention accordingly, but certainly outline in your brand Bible your social media presence, the channels you plan to leverage, how often you plan to post, and then depending on your business strategy and whether you're B2B or B2C, outline the types of content that best reflect your brand. Lastly, I want to cover something that, I also have used quite a bit consistently as an early stage founder scaling my company, and this is email signature. It is really helpful to have an outline of the email signature template, the required signature details. Again, with so many different transient workers coming in and out of an early stage company, you just don't want to have to walk through this. It really can be a time suck. Never underestimate the power of an email signature and specifically what it is you're trying to drive traffic towards. And then for your logos and some of these different assets that you're going to be creating, I would recommend, and what I've done with Amenity Yoga's brand Bible is include the different types of assets, whether that's the Zoom backgrounds like I have here in the logo that we have, and link those to your Google Drive, your Dropbox, your file sharing system, whatever you're using. Add those links internally in this brand Bible template so that it all lives here. And you'll find, as I did, that while establishing your brand can be extremely expensive and time consuming, it should not be at a very early stage for your company. If you follow the brand Bible, if you put the time in to generate this document and you're pre-funding, this should be enough to get you started. And from here, I would suggest you move on to other areas of the business to validate your idea and focus on growing and scaling. So with this, you're creating a blueprint for your business and laying the groundwork to build a brand that resonates with your audience. And remember that consistency is key, but perfection is not required from day one. So go ahead, take some time to fill out this template, focus on the foundations of your business, and use this brand Bible as a tool to guide you through your early growth. As your business evolves, so can your brand.